Hello everyone, this is Erik, the Asian movie enthusiast, and this is my review of Dead Leaves, a Japanese anime action comedy from 2004. Now, I've only reviewed a handful of anime films and series on this channel. That's mostly because virtually no one bothers to watch those videos, but every once in a while I just feel like reviewing some, so this is one of them. And of the dozen or so anime reviews I have on my channel, I'd say a majority of them are kind of off the beaten track titles. So I'm going to try to beef up the playlist little by little over time. So, some examples would be like Genius Party Beyond, Robot Carnival, The Garden of Sinners, Mardock Scramble, and Le Portrait de Petite Cossette. I did reviews of all those. There's a playlist on my channel, of course. So check out some of those if you haven't. Dead Leaves is another one that flies under most people's radars. Retro and Pandy, two unlikely renegades, awaken naked on Earth with no recollection of their past, but with superior physical abilities. Well, like we haven't seen that plot before. But after embarking on a brief but devastating crime spree for food, clothing, and transportation in downtown Tokyo, they are captured by authorities and sent to an infamous prison called Dead Leaves, located on the half-destroyed moon. Alright, now you got my attention. So Dead Leaves, this movie's pretty freaking insane. It has some of the most furiously fast pacing I have ever seen in a film. It just hits the ground running, and it just assaults the viewer with non-stop action the entire way through. And this anime is so condensed that, its 50-minute runtime, it runs a little under an hour, actually seems longer due to the sheer number of events that transpire in lightning quick fashion. So, if you're a fan of just fast-paced, almost brainless action anime films, this is a good one for you. The film begins with an insane escape sequence where our leads are driving a car away from authorities, engaging in a shootout, all that stuff. A mecha robot thing shows up, and our lead female character spin kicks the mecha robot to death during the car chase. This is the type of stuff that happens in this film. There's a crazy prison break scene where security guards show up, and they just have no concern for humanity at all. They just start blowing people away in reckless abandon. Just keeps going. This is one of those movies that kind of makes you question what kind of drugs the animators were on while making it. The animation itself is very cool. Now, might just be me. I don't know if anybody's going to see the similarity, but for some reason when I watch this movie, I'm reminded vaguely of those KMFDM album covers. If you've ever listened to KMFDM, I know they commissioned an artist to do a good number of their album covers, and there's a certain style to that, and I don't know. I'm not saying it's the exact same thing in Dead Leaves, but I got that feel from this, and I like that. It looks different. But the animation, it's pretty cool. Visually, there's a lot of stuff happening on screen. So it could be a little overwhelming the first time you watch it, but after rewatches, you start catching stuff. You catch more stuff. But I think it benefits, from the repeat viewings. You'll notice some stuff you haven't noticed before. I would say that this is similar in some ways to Fooly Cooly, FLCL, in terms of just how much stuff's going on. So it gets pretty frenetic. Now, Dead Leaves would make a great double feature with something like the Korean anime film Achi and Sipak. You get that same kind of inappropriate humor to it. There's quite a bit of inappropriate humor to this film. Sexual innuendos, stuff like that. So it's not necessarily a film for the kids to watch. And or you could double feature with something like Promare, the recent Japanese anime film as well, just because you want to double team something with something that's equally insane. So yeah, but keep in mind that there is some sexual humor in this. That's all there is to say about this film. I mean, it's 50 minutes long. I don't want to give away too much of what happens, but I do kind of strongly recommend this if you feel like it's up your alley. It's available on multiple streaming sites, as well as physical media. And as always, I will see you next time.